Okay.
Watch it.
So today's episode, you're excited because Trisha went into an absolute war over the past week. And I mean, it was crazy to watch. I was like Dramageddon 2.0, like Trisha versus the whole internet.
I love that. That's the title. Because I see Trisha versus D'Amelio, Trisha versus Addison, like all these people. I'm like, just me versus everybody.
It is kind of.
No, that's what it feels like because all these TikTokers are popping right now. So all the TikTokers started piling on this trend. And so, but in reality, like I watched Wendy Williams this morning came for Charlie. Did you see that? Her fake crying. Yeah. She's like, she has fake crying.
Oh, pull that up, baby.
Like, I don't know if it's on. It was on
Wait,
this morning.
Wendy Williams went after Charlie?
This morning. She said, poor parenting, fake crying.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think Wendy I call her Wendy because she farted that one time. So I
love Wendy.
She's Wendy because she passed gas on TV. I think she's a horrible human being.
Oh, you think she's horrible? For horrible. Why?
Well, because she like is. She's first of all so vain and empty, and the shit she talks about and obsesses over is just so vapid and disgusting. But that's not it. She's done shit like, you know, when she outed, was it Method Man's wife for having cancer?
Oh, well.
And I mean, shit like that is like unforgivably horrible.
That, yeah, but like when people I hate the whole, like she's obsessed with talking about people. It's like, that's her job too, you know?
No, it's like, not. It's not that she talks. I mean, you know, there's plenty of people that do that. It's the way she does it is like, I just don't like it.
I think that's why people like her. A lot of she's polarizing. Like people like hate her or love her for that reason.
Well, as long as you call her Wendy, I'll be happy that you're a fan.
I'm a fan of Wendy.
Do you believe she ripped ass on TV or no?
I didn't see that.
What?
Yeah. Are you obsessed with that?
Well, yeah, because she ripped ass hardcore, and then she went on a whole tour trying to explain it, like being like, I didn't fart. It was someone backstage, but she clearly farted. She
did? I'm going to manifest me taking over her spot when she retires.
Oh, I would like that.
Yeah?
I would watch. I think people would get down with that.
I think that's my calling. That's my direction. Did you see I was on Howard Stern too? It was okay.
Yeah, no, I know you were on Howard. It's all there.
No, this week.
Oh, yeah, I was listening to it, and he was talking about mukbangs, so I was like, that's Trisha.
That was me. I was so excited.
Yeah. Okay, so here she is ripping ass on live TV. So you tell me what and look how she's slumped over. Like she's obviously trying to pass. She's uncomfortable. She's trying to pass the silent one.
I haven't seen this.
I mean, you're turn that up a little.
Oh, what
that was edited.
Wait. What? Who's this asshole? I hate when people do that.
Fart speculation. Is it a big deal if someone farts on live TV?
It's kind of funny, especially when they go on a tour trying to deny it.
What do you mean a tour? Like
she literally did like episodes and all this shit, being like, I did not. Like Bill Clinton was like, I did not fart on television. Yeah.
I'm kind of on Bill Clinton's side, actually. I read his book this weekend. It's an old book, but I like it. I mean, I'm on his side, and Monica Lewinsky's book, too. We should have Monica Lewinsky on this podcast. I bet she'd do it.
Monica Lewinsky, we already have her lined up. She's lined up.
I'm like an expert on Monica Lewinsky. I read her book this weekend.
Why are we talking about this boring crap, dude? Okay. We have like so much good stuff to talk about. Before we get into that, TeddyFresh.com, Black Friday sale. This hoodie that I'm wearing, you can get for 50% off at TeddyFresh.com Black Friday sale.
OnlyTrish.com free this weekend through Cyber Monday.
TeddyFresh.com dueling sponsors.
Yeah.
TeddyFresh.com Black Friday. Here, you plug your OnlyFans, so we'll talk
about
it. TeddyFresh.com. You can get this hoodie for 50% off only this month because it's Black Friday.
Needs more.
All right.
I have merch coming out next week, so I'm going to promote that. And can you please put that link? I don't care about now, but put that link in the description. Can you only link your stuff in the description?
You tell me what do you want me to link. I can't link to your OnlyFans. YouTube won't link.
No, I know. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about.
What the fuck?
I have a cool thing dropping next week. It's a surprise. It's not even the merch. It's like something that goes with it. Anyways.
Okay. So it started with what's her name? Charlie D'Amelio, who first of all, you weren't the first person to call her out, but let's just give context. She had a dinner.
Can I just say, for the record, literally don't care about this girl at all. Like, I don't have any beef towards her. I never cared either way. I just thought that this was trending on my For You page and everyone was reacting and getting views. I was like, well, I'll just do a reaction. Like, couldn't care less, like, if she succeeds or not. Like, I hope she does.
Let's watch this clip. Watch this clip. This is your reaction to the video that a lot of people are reacting to.
Mario Montana, Sea of the Land, And it brings you good luck and good fortune to eat it.
Liars.
Just do it. You're good. What happens when...
Classic Dixie. Do we have any dino nuggets?
Ew.
I threw up.
That was not good. It's a very dramatic scene.
No.
Yeah.
Christian almost puked. You have a child. What do you think is gonna happen?
James Charles is just there for no reason.
I wish I had like more time. Because imagine if I hit 100 mil a year after hitting a mil.
Was the 95 not enough for you?
Well, I was just like saying like even.
Okay, so there's a couple things that happen in this clip. So they're spitting out food the chef made, and then she goes on to complain that she only got 95 million and not 100 million.
To which her best friend, they keep calling each other, called her out right there and be like, why? 95 million wasn't enough. Like, he's the one that called it out. Like, to me, I wouldn't have said anything, but when James said that, I was like, ooh, the shade. Like,
Okay.
He calls her out from the beginning, which is a conspiracy theory on its own, but I do think he was trying to set her up in a way because I was like, I'll explain that
Now,
whole
can
theory.
I want to set this up, okay, with as much clarity as possible. First of all, he makes a comment in that clip saying, if you eat it, it gives you good luck and prosperity, which indicates that what he's serving her is gross. And it's meant to be like a challenge. As I understand it, she has this, okay, so but then her spitting it out isn't her being rude to the chef. He knew that he was grossing her out.
What do you mean?
She has a phobia for snails, and he cooks snails.
Yeah, she does. How do you know?
Or I watched a video where she says, I don't like snails, and he cooks snails trying to gross me out.
Okay, sure, I get it. Like, I mean, here's the thing. Overall, the thing is also silly anyways, but it was a viral video that people like. And to be honest, if you watch the whole dinner, they're extremely disrespectful to their parents. Like, so
Let's
rude.
pull up the video. I mean,
it's long. It's like 16 minutes. It's a whole dinner.
Okay, I'm not watching that.
So, which is fine. We always shout them out. But Duff Noodles did a whole, like, highlights of, like, how their career ended, basically going through the whole dinner. I mean, they were consistently just brats to their parents.
Here, why don't I?
Just, you know.
Okay, that's not what they're being criticized for.
Yeah, I think it is just bratty behavior. That's what I was. I was like, oh man, they're like a little snotty. She's 19. She's not a child. Like the other girl's 16. It's like, do you really need to like puke and be so dramatic? If you are being funny, that's on her team for giving her bad publicity. Like you really want to make these are brand friendly like teenagers, and you really want to make them look entitled and spoiled when we're going through like a pandemic and shit. It's like, that was bad marketing on their part.
Yeah,
they're not Anna Nicole Smith where it's like, oh, it's cool to be disgusting, or me. You know, like that's like trashy behavior I would do. They're gonna put someone who has a Dunkin' brand deal in this position.
Yeah, like, maybe they missed the mark a little bit, but like the amount of shit they were getting, I thought was way over the top.
But that's the internet.
Okay,
Look at this situation.
Okay, but you agree.
Of course.
Okay, good.
My reactions when I watched it back.
You weren't the first one. I saw tons of people before I saw yours, and my initial reaction was like, why are you giving this poor girl such a hard time?
I mean, it was like shitty behavior. I totally agree with that. And they're on such a pedestal. They're the most famous person on TikTok.
I don't think they're on a pedestal. People shit on them all the time.
Well, now, because their true colors are showing.
Come on. It's not a true color thing. She's just a girl who dances. Nobody said she's a saint.
That's so not true.
Or an angel. She's a girl who dances and got absurdly famous on TikTok. Nobody said that she's fucking, Saint John the Divine. She's just a girl.
No, but she's not just a girl. She's the most famous person on the internet.
I know, but this expectation for her to be absolutely perfect. She's a 16-year-old girl.
I don't think no one expects it, but she called me out for calling her boring. I'm like, girl, not everyone's gonna get what you're doing. Like, you are boring. You don't dance well. Like, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm allowed to have an opinion. When you have 100 million followers, brand deals with Dunkin', all this money, good for you. But don't expect people to not like critique your actions. That's the limelight. She's not famous for her talent. She's famous for being a personality, and people are gonna critique her. That's why she's famous.
She's famous for being a personality? You don't
being a personality is what I'm saying. It's kind of
I think she's famous for this. By the way, can I ask? I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok. No. This dance is so dumb, and I don't get it. They go.
What
where
is
they
that?
Just step to the side.
Oh, I like that one.
Hold on, they go.
You light me up inside.
It's
like
so
the 4th
stupid.
of July.
It's so dumb. They all do it.
Can we do that for our TikTok today?
Sure. I wanted to do one where I just step to the side the whole time.
I think that dance is trendy. I think that's why TikTok is popular, and they're popular. They do very basic dances that everyone can do.
Well, anyway, she got a bunch of shit.
Can I just also say, like, I don't believe it. Like no one can get canceled. Clearly, I'm proof of that. No one can get canceled. No one's trying to cancel her. She's like, I'm getting death threats. It's like, these are the 9-year-olds that lead the little fairies. Like, hang yourself. If you're getting actual death threats, don't go on Instagram Live. Like, call the cops. It's like little. It's just
okay.
Like,
well, she's a 16-year-old girl. It's hard. Listen, it's hard for anybody to process this. She's still new to like internet fame. Let's be honest. She's not been around as long as me and you.
Right. True that.
And she's only 16 years old, so it's very stressful, and I'm sure that she feels really bad. So, you know, I understand why she'd be like, hey, Trisha, fuck you, because.
Well, what did I do? I just reacted with everyone else. How come I got singled out?
Well, let's see what you said.
Okay.
Let's open it up.
I don't even know what I said. I'm like, where did all this
so
start?
I just did a
Well, here, let's
reaction to this video of the D'Amelios and James Charles having dinner with a chef, and I've seen lots of comments from Dixie saying, like, just kind of being really combative and bratty towards people who had criticism of the girls. There's a chef making them food. They're being really disrespectful, just spitting out the food. And
Okay,
they're
but
19,
so
they're-
again, this was the narrative I saw, but it's taking out all the context. That it was meant to be a gag. They
I
were
don't
meant
think
to
it
be
was.
gross.
I don't think that was it. They're saying that now. Okay, that's the gag. Then why did they edit it like that? Like, make it the gag of like a reality show, like the Osbournes. Like, hey, you're gonna have this really gross.
Well, bad
dinner.
editing. You can blame them bad editing, but the way she okay, whatever.
They're young, but I do think since they are role models on such a big platform, they should be called out when they need to be humbled a little, because you see this happen all the time.
So wait, can I
People
tell you
get-
too? Also, the way she was reacting to the comments was actually like my issue. The oldest one, the 19-year-old, was like being so like rude to people back. Like, that's my big thing, is like when people are like, oh, like you guys are being rude, and she was just basically like telling people to like, I don't know the exact, I don't want to like misquote or something like that, but basically telling people like you're the problem and like just being snotty back. It's like, dude, like first of all, I think rule number one, when you're this famous and you're brand friendly and all this, like fighting back beneath you is so not the move.
I
Like,
agree, but they're just. I think, yeah, I agree with you. But they're just. Dude. You know, it takes a lot of time on the internet and a lot of maturity, which they don't have yet.
The problem number one is that James Charles says he's their mentor. I mean, that's number one. And
yeah.
nix
That
him
is-
from your life.
He's their
completely.
mentor?
Yes, he said. He goes, how dare you
gonna ruin
accuse
their
me
lives.
of predatory behavior? I'm the mentor for Charlie. She doesn't need me and I don't need her. I'm like, James, you were failing miserably before he got Charlie.
Oh, you know what he's doing, though? He's definitely been like, I'm her mentor, which means that I can use her to promote anything I make anytime I want.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm keeping her real close.
Well, yeah, she was the one in that Teddy Fresh hoodie that he was promoting. And
she was
so,
all up in that.
Yeah, she was like the main one. And so, of course, people are on his side because of Charlie. That's how his YouTube career came back. And that's cool, but like, you're still 21 hanging out with a 16-year-old. Don't say like you don't need each other. You need
Okay,
your
hold on. You're getting ahead of yourself. There's a lot to cover. Let's finish this.
Really famous, a lot of followers.
Okay,
really
can I say
quickly.
one more thing?
Oh, my God. Okay, go ahead.
One more thing is like, this was like just a trend that people were getting views on. So I was like, okay, I'm going to
Yeah, I understand that.
This is not something that I was like, this is my issue and I'm going to like take.
Well,
like,
but
it
you
was
did make like a billion videos about
not
it.
prior to her calling me out. I made these two. The reaction one, the duet,
Yeah,
and this. That's the only two I made prior. And that's why I was like shook when she called me out. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was so weird.
Did your video get a lot of views?
It got 10 million, but like.
That's a lot. So she probably saw yours and was like, fuck Trisha. Who the fuck is she to call me out? Which is kind of fair, right?
No. Oh,
It's like, hey, fuck you. Who the fuck are you to call me out?
This is the best part, though. I've been trash. She's 19. At 19, I was sucking dick on Santa Monica Boulevard for $5. She's living a cushy life with her parents.
$5, really?
Yeah, you're really
Oh,
gonna
shit.
compare. If you want to compare you to me, that's fine. But like, I'm trash. I've been trash since day one on the internet. These people are like famous, brand friendly, happy kids. I was always a miserable.
Hold on, only $5?
Yeah.
You didn't. I feel like you could.
I was on heavy drugs when I was 19. I
You're
was on
just
heavy
like,
drugs.
fuck it. Give me the. I'll do it.
Oh my
for
god,
it.
I don't even know what was
What's the
happening.
most you've charged for a blowjob?
My $5 because I never
No, it's
really
just-
charged.
yeah, I
you
see.
know, like escorting was different, but yeah, I was like, you know, at that age, I was literally hooked.
You're just like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm well.
According to Moses, we learned.
I guess that's why it's.
I guess. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, exactly. Maybe if you got the teeth out of the way, you could be charging $10-15. You'd be rich.
I try to learn like covering my teeth with my lips, since I can't. I just can't do it. Sorry.
Okay.
Is that how you went into blowjob like that?
I don't know. I'm just covering my teeth. Here, Trisha, this is how it's done.
And then like the lips, I don't know, tongue around it. I have no idea. Okay.
We appreciate the effort. It's fine.
They think they're
Trust me.
entitled.
We take
to
it with teeth, without teeth, with fucking whatever you got. We'll
Not
take
my
it.
complain that they have
boyfriend.
95 million followers. They complain that they have a personal chef, and it's just unbecoming. And I don't think it's something to be embarrassed about because they are young girls, but to be catty and bratty in the comments when people are just like, hey, we're kind of like, this isn't cool behavior. It's just trying to help them learn and ultimately not get canceled, because this kind of attitude, it won't get you far.
I mean, it was just
Period.
how they were
Let me know
replying
what
to
you think in
fans.
the
That's what I said there. It's like how she was responding to people giving them criticism. She was being such a little bitch about it. I was like, girl, like be humble. They're saying
Okay,
we don't
so-
like this attitude from you.
I actually do agree in that, but I agree in that what you're saying is right. I think if they would have just ignored. By the way, her subs are already going up. She's like undefeated. She's ready. She's already crossed 100 billion. Charlie. 100 million.
Of course, yeah. She was like losing followers from that. So this is my theory. So then James, her mentor, because she don't give a fuck about me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have 100 million.
No, I feel like she was her feeling for her.
No. So
I do. That's what she said.
No, this was so perfect because then when she started crying, she calls me out. I'm more hated than probably anyone on the internet. And yeah, I get like my glimpse of people being like, yes, Trish. And it's only my time that I get canceled again or whatever. So it's an easy scapegoat because then James Charles piled on that same day.
I saw it.
So it's obviously a deflection, which, hey, I'm all about deflection. When Shane was going through his shit, I'm like, yeah, he did some shitty shit, but let's talk about David Dobrik making pedophile jokes. And let's talk about, you have to. Like, you know, that's what you do when you like go down for your like ride or die. So obviously she's getting canceled for something so stupid, but she's losing followers. So like, you know what? Let's go for Trish because she's a real easy target for people to hate. And guess what? People did hate on me, but now people love me again this morning. So
yeah, it's kind of funny.
See all the comments this morning on my TikToks like, we love you, queen.
No, but no, it's so funny because everyone, it started with everybody dogpiling on her, and then you joined the crowd, and then they're like, fuck Trisha, and then everyone's like, yeah, fuck Trisha. And then now she's gaining subs and everyone's over it. And I was like,
Charles, no, but then, okay, well, we are getting ahead. But then Dixie danced to the N word. And then
we're getting to that.
Then James,
it's been a roller coaster ride. I just imagine like a mob with torches and pitchforks running back and forth. You know.
That's exactly how it's so fun. The great thing about, everyone keeps saying I'm like old and shouldn't be on TikTok or like talking about this. The great thing about being old is like really just not caring. Like when I was
not
younger.
Not that old.
No, but like, you know.
I'm older than you by a lot.
Okay, by like 3 years. But you know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger and influencers didn't like me, like Tyler Oakley and Grace, it was like, oh shit, those are like my peers. But now they're like teenagers, so I couldn't care less if they like me or not. And it's so fun to watch now.
But don't you think it's a bit, the criticism against you, which I kind of agree with, is it's a bit much to be even, like, you know, shitting on a 16-year-old girl in any capacity.
Shitting because it's a trend and I'm just like, oh, this is the most popular girl and thing. I'm not shitting on her. I literally was like making faces. I was like, oh. And then I was saying, hey, be humble in your comments.
It's true that she is, you know, the biggest person on TikTok. So
that's my
biggest
thing.
Target.
Like she can make millions of dollars off social media, but then when people have reactions, it's like, how dare you? She's 16. It's like, oh,
all right.
God.
So here's her sister.
Okay, can I just say also for the record, Charlie, the 16-year-old, is really the victim in this. She has her racist leech of a sister. She has James Charles mentoring her. She has her parents who aren't saying shit. Like she really is the victim in all this. So Charlie, like my condolences.
Yeah, it's not really an apology, but I don't think she would take that as an apology. But okay, let's watch.
I wasn't apologizing. I was sending her my condolences.
Condolences, right?
Yeah.